Good morning, everyone. My name is Asadullah, and as you can see, my student number is visible, and this is my Bronfenbrenner diagram. So we're gonna start off by talking about the microsystem, and obviously we're gonna talk about my family supporting and loving. So my dad is a district manager in education. He normally motivates learners to do their best in their exams and also gives out bursaries for like the top achievers. And my mom is a principal in obviously a principal in a school, and she used to basically help me with my homework. She gave me the wisdom in like to study effectively and also create a timetable. Yeah, she basically motivated me, made sure that I was doing my work. And I also wrote down school, personality, and sports. Sports played a big role in my character, my personality. Like it developed my discipline and made me interact with other learners, and then peers and friends. So everything here interacts. So in the microsystem, since everything interacts, let's dive on to the family and actually not family, but relationship between school and family. The relationship between the school and my family, my parents were highly involved in my performance in school. They used to attend every single parents meeting. They made sure that I wasn't being naughty, and yeah, they really had a good relationship between the teachers. Like it wasn't hard for the learn not the learns it wasn't hard for the teachers to get a hold of my parents. So obviously that's the meso system. The relationship between the school and other children growing up in primary, the relationship was okay. Like mostly because like the teachers were really good. Like they were really good. But some here and there were naughty individuals. I don't want to drop names, but yeah, it's in the past now. So as I got older, and obviously as I started to progress, the relationship started to change. Like learners started to be more active in school because they wanted to like reach their goals, get distinctions, and also teachers motivated learners to get distinctions so that other than the learners passing, so that they can also pride on the fact that hey, in my subject I got this much distinctions and what was so it also just basically pushed the learners to do their best. So, with the family and friends interaction, my family did not like my friends because mostly they thought like they were bad influences, which is true, but some also were good influence. The reason why I say that in primary, since they were still like since learners were still developing and growing, they were not that good, but as I reached high school, I started to, at first, I associated myself with a little bit of bad people, but then I started to change because I realized that, hey, this is my life. Like, at the end of the day, you feel alone, and other people will still progress without you. So then I started to interact with friends that would help me with my schoolwork and motivate me to do better. Sometimes having to like form study groups or just compare what went wrong, what mistakes, and what we can do to improve basically with friends. So overall, as I got older, the my friends selection was better, and then also my family knew about it. Like my parents knew about it, and then like they in a way guided me to the right perspective and told me that hey, these are the good people, interact with this one. These don't really interact with them that much. You can still like hang out with them, but don't associate yourself as much with them because you like birds of a what's it that saying, birds of a feather flock together. So we're gonna dive into the ecosystem, and as you can see, I wrote down parents' work. So obviously, not every household is perfect. Parents do have work and they have challenges of their own. So now, whenever I came across that, for example, my dad used to come back home and like there would be tension because of like work related issues. And that made me realize that, hey, I need to focus more on my school books so that I can leave this space, this environment, start my life, like start, go to university and all of that. Like it made me realize, honestly saying, made me realize that hey, these people are gonna make me go crazy a little bit. So let me do better in school. Let me fully invest in my academic performance. And then I also wrote COVID. There was a time frame, well, everyone also experienced this back in 2020 where there was COVID and it changed my learning environment from contact learning to online. So then now I had to like get a laptop, I had to learn how to use Word, I had to learn how to use Excel, which now these type of characteristics helped me as an educator because now I'm able to use such things which will help in my presentation and all of that. So then I also wrote down church. The values and decision makings were influenced by my faith. So obviously I'm a Christian and I believe in Jesus Christ. So now that made me realize that hey, I need to respect people. Like it just taught me to respect people's backgrounds and other religious belief. Like I basically didn't see color, like I didn't see race. I just saw people and like their own beliefs. So then like it made me respect people, honor people, and like treat people equally. Also wrote down media. Media in a way in primary, it looked scary becoming a teacher, even in high school, because like you'd see videos on social media of like learners fighting with teachers and all of that. But then, like as I got older, my perspective changed because I was like, no, there's specific ways on handling conflict and all of that. And I'm honestly, I feel like as time goes on, I will maybe teach in high school, but I'm grateful that I'm just gonna be teaching in primary, so I feel like it will be manageable in my perspective. Oh, and the last part, parents had a lot of workload, but always made time for me, and that is so true. Like, you honestly make time for the people you love. Like, you just make time. There's no other way of saying it. So, in a way, this taught me to manage my time effectively, use most of my energy on the hard work, and then later on use less of my energy in the less hard work because it'll be like easier for me. Also, consistency is key. Like once you start a pattern, things will slowly start to improve. So we're gonna dive right into the microsystem. I wrote down society made me respect different backgrounds. So in primary and in high school there were different cultures, and like regardless of whether you were pink, blue, purple, all of that, you were still treated equally. Sure, some people would be treated less somehow somewhere based on like the behavior. I'm saying that based on like primary, but then like as I got older, somehow, somewhere, people were treated the same. And this, I also wrote down the school's policy. So now the school's policy in a way taught me to respect learners and do the right protocols and all of that. So it goes hand in hand. Like I saw this in my school in high school when I went to a Christian school. Like they treated everyone equally because they had the same religion in a way, if that makes sense. It was just basically a good environment. And I also wrote down the economy. At that time, the economy was doing okay. Like, actually, let's not dive into economy, but yeah, I basically had the basic services that I needed to pursue my education. And society did not make me feel like an odd number or treated me differently whatsoever. It was just basically the environment that I was in. Everyone was literally treated the same. So, just because of time, we're gonna dive into the chrono system. Over time, my perspective basically started to change. Certain events didn't change my mindset because I was goal driven and knew what I wanted. So, my transition from primary to high school, sure, there were a few challenges here and there, but I was able to adapt.